Hi everybody, this video is actually going to be used to help you start your guided notes on adding and subtracting integers on a number line. And integers are just a fancy word for positive and negative whole numbers. So any non-fraction, non-decimal, but it could be positive or negative or zero. So if you look at my number line above me here, that's a number line of all integers with negative numbers to the left, positive numbers to the right. And what's going to be helpful as you work on this content is just a cute little trick on how to remember which direction you go. And I like to think of it as negative numbers are big and strong and powerful, and positive are weak and scrawny and not very powerful. So one easy way to think of this is to think about people that you know that are either representing negatives or positives. Now, negatives being big and strong and powerful, that obviously is like Mr. Schmidt. Clearly we know that, obviously I've been lifting all the time, so clearly I'm the negative. Now for positive, we think of someone who's weak and scrawny and not very strong. So let's think of Mr. Arrett for our positive numbers. Now obviously if we had a Mr. Arrett versus another Mr. Arrett while we're boxing, they would just stay as a positive. However, if we had a positive and a negative boxing, the negative would clearly win. And that would be true either direction. So just like if Mr. Arrett and I had a boxing match, obviously I would win. We all know that. That's easy. However, the one that's a little bit trickier is thinking about a negative battling another negative. In this case, they would beat each other up so badly that they would turn into a weak and scrawny Mr. Arrett. Positive. And just in case if you're wondering, yes, I'm joking, of course. So let's look at a few problems that would show us this learning. So in this first problem, we want to think of starting place, movement, and then how far we go. So in this case, our starting number would be positive 5 because that's first, right up here. Our symbol is just a negative, and just a negative means that we're going to be moving to the left on a number line. And we're going to move left 8 units on our number line. So let's see what that is equal to. So we're at 5. We're going to go left 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we land at negative 3. One other way to think of this is from 5 to 0 is left 5. 3 extras would get us to negative 3. Let's look at one more here. In this problem, our starting number is positive 3. So we're going to start on our number line at positive 3. Inside this, between the numbers, we have a positive and a negative. And if we look over at our positive and negative representations, in this case, the negative would win, which means that we are going to be moving to the left on the number line again. And this time we're going to move left 4. So we start at the positive 3. We're going to go left 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we land at negative 1. Another way to think of this is from 3 to 0 is 3. 1 extra would give us to negative 1. And I'm happy to say, let's do the hardest possible problem right now. And the hardest possible problem has the exact same structure as all of the others that we have been working with so far. We're going to start at 4 over here. Look between the two integers. In this case, we have a negative and another negative. So 2 negatives are in the boxing match, and in this case, they're going to beat each other up so badly, they're going to turn into a weak and scrawny Mr. Arrett, positive symbol. So in this case, we're going to be moving to the right. But we're going to move to the right positive 5 or move right 5. So we're here, we're going to go right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which gives us positive 9. Another way to think of this, because it's positive plus a positive, we could just think of it as adding 4 and 5 together to give us positive 9. All three of these problems are on your guided notes. You can use these to solve a few of the problems, but remember, starting point, direction, how far do you go? And that's how you're going to solve every single one of these problems. However, if you need any help at any time, please let me know.